would rather foreclose than to accept your short sale property. Okay, here we go again. This is Maury Langshaw, the Phenom Agent. You can check me out at thephenomagent.com, or what I'm going to talk about, what I like talking about here is educating some agents. I work with a lot of agents on doing short sales and getting more listings, closing more short sales, earning more commissions. And a lot of times agents are just strictly misinformed. They just don't know how to properly close a short sale. So what I've put together are quite a few tips to help agents in obtaining more listings, closing more short sales, and earning more commissions. And there's a list of things that I've put together in a free report, the 8 illusions and inaccuracies about doing short sales, that I've broken out. I've taken some notes here. What I want to do is just talk about one in particular. The first one I want to talk about is that many agents think lenders don't care about accepting short sales and would rather foreclose. Now let's get into this for a second. I can tell by talking to a lot of agents in my area who attempt to do short sales that this is ingrained in their heads. Therefore, they give a half-hearted effort right off the bat. And this is probably why only about 10% of agents are actually closing short sales. So this is one of the top illusions that I hear, so I want to put this to bed right now in this little series, this first video. I guess the reasons for this is that agents just don't know what they're really up against. They don't know what they should be who they should be talking to, what they should be submitting, or even how and when to follow up on a short sale with all the paperwork that's involved. Now, I think that short sales have a low success rate because of sheer ignorance, pure and simple. I don't want to be harsh about it, but a lot of agents just don't know. They just follow the bank's rules, say, send me this, send me this, send me this, and then just wait and see. Now, this has nothing to do with the short sales in and of themselves or the bank's willingness to accept a short sale, but I think it's because the agents handling the sale are going about it all wrong and don't know how to negotiate a short sale properly. Short sales are easy. Let me say that again. Short sales are easy, but I would say they're not simple. Now, back 4 or 5 years ago, no matter what, prices were going up and loans were being given to the unworthy of the unworthy. It would make sense for banks to wait and foreclose on a property, or even take a property back as an REO and resell it that way. Now, don't get it wrong, because banks never really want to foreclose. It's just that at that time they would foreclose in more parts of the country because they know they could recover most of what they owed since the market was so strong and appreciating. However, now in today's market, banks don't want to hold any properties. It's actually hurting their inventories by keeping these properties. So if you know this, then you're ahead of the game right off the bat. Once a senior loss mitigation specialist from a well-known bank, a thriving bank, at the time was a thriving bank, is now out of business, told me that the philosophy of any major bank is that the first loss is best loss. The issue, however, is that the philosophy is neither not told to the lower level folks or that's taken out paperwork, or it's not clearly stated in some sort of policy. So if you have a mitigator tell you that they would rather foreclose than to accept your offer, even though you know your offer is good, you can chalk it up to that person you were talking to as a lower level bank employee, and it's not the right person to be talking to. You should quickly and nicely try to get to their supervisor, or the loss mitigation specialist, or the higher level negotiator. This means that they just don't understand what's best for the bank. At this point, you should try to talk to someone else who clearly understands bank philosophy. In my course, I show you some techniques on how to reach that right person to get that short sale, to start talking and negotiating and talking about that BPO, talking about that price to get your short sale closed. So in the end, it's totally an illusion and inaccurate to think that lenders would rather foreclose than to accept your short sale property.